So the person 119, your energy starts and manifests. I'm kind of propelled through this, I don't know, I would maybe call it like a stargate, I don't know, but it's all rainbow colored around me, and I see your your energy's changed into this astronaut. Like I see you shooting up through this. I can only describe it like the tail of a shooting star, but all rainbow colored, and you're this astronaut, and you're like a rocket ship moving straight up towards the moon. And I see you going higher and higher, and everything's getting faster, and you're this like full-on astronaut, and you make the moon landing, and as soon as you get out of the rocket ship, I see you full garb of like the astronaut suit, and it's like, what is it? One small step for man, one large step for mankind, or whatever that thing is, keeps like playing in my head, and I'm getting a connection to like Neil Armstrong, and so it's all about like this moon landing, and I see like I'm trying to connect you and the moon always has symbolic meaning of like change, and kind of there's sometimes the plays of the three, the crone, the maiden, and the mother, but I'm not getting any kind of pull to that symbolic imagery. It's more about like you being in outer space, and then this old song that I know kind of comes into my head, and it's this like old techno reggae song, and it's something about going into outer space to change the human race, and it's like these weird kind of things are starting to happen, and I see you like pull off your space helmet and pull off like the space suit, and you're in this like bikini, and you're very like Marilyn Monroe, and you stick a flag inside the moon, and you're like, this one's for me. And so I'm getting all these now like kind of weird transformational things, and I'm getting like this very like out, I don't know, it's almost as if like, what do they say, like to kids when they're thinking or they're being, I don't know, like their minds in outer space. I don't know, it feels almost like there's this connection to you kind of being like, oh, are you from outer space, like that type of a thing. And so as you say that, and you're like kind of in your bikini claiming the moon for yourself, I see like your body start to kind of form like an outer shell around the moon, and it just starts circling really fast, and I'm now getting pulled to this kind of like crazy side, and like almost like now I'm thinking, okay, because I'm trying to pin the symbolic imagery of the moon and all these different things, and nothing feels right except for you're from outer space, and like this keeps coming back to me, and it's like, okay, would people maybe consider you maybe like one of those really quirky, like you have to be from outer space type of a thing because of who you are and your personality and all of that. And so as soon as I get that, then I get the next imagery, which means that I'm thinking that's probably maybe what it was. And so then I see this bunny on the Rainbow Road, and it's like this Easter bunny, but it's a man inside of an Easter bunny's like Easter costume, and he's got full-on carrots, and he's this total, like, I feel like he's like a plumber or like very blue collar kind of guy, and he's wearing this like big pink bunny costume, and he's got like an Easter basket, and he's chewing on a carrot, and he's just kind of like hopping, and I know it's like Easter, it's and he almost feels like this kind of Elmer Fudd kind of guy, and all of a sudden the word uncle pops into my head, but I'm not sold on uncle, and then I start to get the connection that this is somebody in your life, that this is a older male figure, and maybe it is like uncle or grandpa or father. It's like somebody who's the next generation above you, and I'm now, I get pulled to this vision of this guy is showing a little girl through a telescope, looking through into outer space, into the moon, into what you had just claimed, and kind of like showing her this. And so I'm getting the connection now, or I think what they're trying to show me is this connection between you and this male figure who's a level above you. And and they're doing the outer space to start the human race or whatever the song is. And so I'm getting that there's this connection to you, like maybe that where your crazy comes from is this person, or like that you two are very like symbiotic in that, like that I feel a deep connection. I feel that there's some kind of understanding. It's almost as if like this male figure is somebody who kind of like has impressioned you, or you're very much so like this person. It's almost as if it was like an uncle, it's almost like this person is so close that they're almost like a father figure or something. I feel like they've taken you under their wing, it feels like, taught you, but like that you get your crazy from this person, or that you are very similar to this person. And so from here we get rolled into this next imagery, and I know now it's going past life regression or past life, because how the screen is kind of moving, it feels very like pictures are kind of coming in and out, and I see it almost like a movie reel. And now I'm like seeing you, I see these two figures, and there's like a father and a son, and so I know it's you and whoever this male figure is above you, and you're very much so, it's like very green grass in the kind of woods or forest, but it's very crisp and clean, and the two of you are in, I would almost say like period clothing of like Napoleon. I see like black hats that look almost like pirate hats, but they're like kind of fitted to your head with these like rounded things on the side, and I almost feel like the white powdered wig might be in this era, and there's like the like painted on rosy cheeks. I feel like you're very like prim and proper as like a boy and a man out in the forest, and I feel like there could be like a fox hunt going on. Like this is the period, this is the era that I'm seeing, and like almost like there's white socks up to the knees, like frilly kind of socks, but you guys are like totally messing around in the forest and like almost like wrestling and tackling each other, and I get this like unbelievable connection, like the bond between the two of you in this lifetime that I'm seeing is so unbelievably strong, and that's of course relating it to this lifetime. And then so I'm getting flash forward what happens, and I see father is killed way too early, and son is left alone as a young man, almost as like a boy, like I'd say between 7 and 10, and like dad's out of the picture. And what happens instead of the remembrance of dad and son being so bonded and just so close and amazing times, son takes it as the son in this lifetime is completely, oh God, what's the opposite of being okay with a death? Like just destroyed, and you actually blame father, and there's all this animosity towards dad for leaving you too young, and all of these things about not having that best friend, that closest ally, that teacher, that bond, and you blame him for dying so young, and leaving you alone is what I get. And so now I'm getting pulled really quickly, flash forward, like what's the meaning of this, and how's this connect into this life, and why are we seeing this? And at this point I asked, what's the name of this reading, and they said remember. And so then I get pulled really quickly to like the next portion of the reading where there's a wooden door frame, and you get your energy kind of gets pulled through, and this is where I see where you are aligned in the chakra column for you now, and I see your energy as spirit kind of move through the chakra column and get pulled right up through the head, out through the head into the crown chakra. And in the crown chakra I'm seeing this spraying of light, and it's almost like this volcano imagery, like spraying light all around the body. And so instantly I'm pulled to an image that's connected to me very strongly, and this is one of the archangels who comes through for the crown chakra and his basically spiritual lesson. And wisdom is reconciliation. So now I'm getting even more pull towards there's something or a connection, life connection now between you and this male figure who's a level above you or a generation above you, and in connection to this past life where there was a lifetime where the two of you were father-son, and father left way too early, left the son or you in the life without a dad, without the mentor, and you blamed him for this death. And so for whatever reason, this is getting replayed because of the life lesson or the karmic lesson that wasn't learned back in that lifetime, of like the detachment and acceptance and all of that's being played out into this lifetime, and whatever that acceptance or whatever that reconciliation that needs to happen is somewhere between you and this person who is this male figure above you. And so what they're saying is now that this lesson is having to be learned in this lifetime of reconciliation. So from here, I'm seeing now basically you walk down the Rainbow Road, and right there is your Akashic records, but they're presenting themselves as this big wooden boat. And what this usually means when I see the records as a big wooden boat is that basically you're steering the ship. So a few times people's records will present themselves like this, and it's almost as if it's like they're saying, you take the wheel, you're the one guiding, leading this journey now. Like all the choices from here are going to be you basically deciding what path you go down. And so I call down your higher self, and I ask your higher self what's for the greatest good for you to know at this moment in time. And your higher self, God, it was specifically like one word, and it was basically just reconfirming everything, but I'm forgetting the one word now, and it wasn't reconciliation, but gosh, I forget the one word, but so apparently it's not super meaningful what that specific word was, but basically your higher self came down and affirmed that that the path is yours, the choices are yours from here on out, everything is laid out for you, and you're basically the one who's taking charge and in deciding what if this lesson is a lesson that you're going to come to accept in this lifetime, and if it's going to be a lesson that gets learned, and if this soul retrieval. So they were telling me, or I was getting this component like that this work is sometimes called like soul retrieval in shamanic terms. It's like soul retrieval where you basically go back to past lives and the karmic lessons that weren't learned. Like if the lesson can be learned in this lifetime, it then becomes a part of your soul blueprint, and you don't have to learn that in any more lives. Like that lesson becomes wisdom and knowledge, and so basically you're more of a complete soul here in this lifetime. And so basically what your higher self was saying was that it's your option, it's your choice if you're going to take the wisdom, the knowledge, and allow the reconciliation, the acceptance between you and whoever this male figure is to happen, and to be kind of a finished timeline within your soul's journey. And so that's the messages that I got reading you today with light and love.